Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for dropping by today. As you can see, I'm still on my St Annes to Blackpool beach walk. So if you've stuck by me with all the other videos, I thank you and I hope you enjoy this one as well. As you can see, still walking down the beach. Near the helicopter over there. See St Annes Pier in the distance when I'm pointing south. I can't really see the pier, I can see the jetty. The pier isn't super clear. But anyway, we're going to go round this way and head north towards Starr Gate. And the wind definitely feels like it's dropped a little bit. Either that or I've acclimatised to it, I'm not sure. Once I feel like I'm getting near Starr Gate, I feel like I'm really getting somewhere on this walk. But I feel like I'm still a good few minutes away from getting down there. Well, on a plus note, this means I'll definitely get my 30,000 steps in for my daily challenge early. I'll easily surpass that today. Well, this fence goes round here and then it takes, look, it very interestingly takes a turn going this way. People right down there at the water's edge. Definitely not interested in going to the water's edge today. Oh look, the sun's gone out. I can see my shadow. The sun is coming out, folks. Hip 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 hooray. Said the wind was dropping, but we've got nice blue sky looking that way. A lot of dogs on the beach today, so many good boys, so many different kinds of dogs. I'm not actually a dog person. Some dogs scare me, I'm going to be honest, especially bigger dogs when they bound up to me sometimes, even if they're only coming to say hello. Just that little moment when they bound up, I just have that little moment of being scared. Although lots of people tell me that some smaller dogs can be way snappier than bigger dogs. But really, I'm a cat person. I love my cats. Oh, we've got a dog there going to say hello. I could hear his parents shouting him to come over. I can see the tram depot folks at Starr Gate, so we should be there soon. That's good. Once I'm at Starr Gate, I might go down Starr Gate Lane and just go to Morrison's and get a little bit of shopping in, because I should get some shopping in, and if I'm going to do around 30,000 steps on this trip out, I'm not going to want to go home and go out again to do some shopping, definitely not. So I think, yeah, once I get past Starr Gate, I'll nip down Squires Gate Lane and go to Morrison's, because my plan was to do the beach walk from St Annes to Blackpool, and once I pass Starr Gate I will have fulfilled that and done it. So many dunes, so much grass, so much sand, so much open space. I do say this every time I do a beach walk, but wow, I'm lucky to have all this more or less on my doorstep. I mean, what a great place where you can just walk to for free and enjoy the lovely clean fresh sea air and hear the wind and hear the seagulls and hear the sea and see the sea. When I was a lot younger, I had a pen friend. I mean, most of the kids in my school had pen friends, proper snail mail pen friends, where you would write a letter, put it in an envelope, stick a stamp on and post it, because for old farts like me, email didn't exist back then, and we all had pen friends. And I used to write to this little girl called Tracy. We wrote for ages, and she was like, I'd love to see the sea. And it really baffled me that people could have just not have seen the sea. And I think my perspective was obviously skewed because I live in Blackpool and the sea's right there. But I guess there would have been loads of kids back then that just didn't live near the sea, and the parents couldn't afford to take them on holidays. I mean, I never had holidays as a kid. Had a few. My nan took me to Benidorm twice. Once when I was, I think, 5 or 6. Or once when I was around 7. She took me twice when I was very young. And it was like best 2 separate weeks of my life. It was just so glorious to be somewhere else and be near a pool and be on holiday, because I always wanted to have a holiday. And there was one year when I was about 11 where my mum and dad gave up smoking for a few months, and they saved the money, and we went to Somerset for a week in a rented cottage, and that was beautiful, a little cottage in Char Junction. So I only ever went on 3 holidays when I was younger. But that is more than a lot of kids get, because back then people just didn't have holidays. People couldn't afford them. Some folks would take a day trip, but loads and loads of people just couldn't afford holidays. I mean, as an adult, I've never had a holiday. Just never been able to afford to go anywhere. I've been out for the day plenty of times, so I'm not sure if you could call that a holiday. And a few years ago I went with my daughter to Manchester for the day, and we were going to the cinema at night to see one of the Star Wars movies. I can't even remember which one it was now, but we were going to see one of the Star Wars movies, and it was around my birthday, and my daughter booked a room in a hotel. So we went to the cinema. We went to Manchester in the daytime about 4 or 5 years ago, did a load of shopping, had a great lunch. Then we went back to the hotel and chilled for a bit. Then we went to the cinema, saw the movie, came out, had an evening meal, then just went back to the hotel, and we got an all-inclusive massive breakfast in the morning. The Manchester Royal McDonald, I think it was called, the hotel we stayed in. And oh my gosh, the breakfast there was like every single breakfast item you could possibly imagine, done in every different way you could possibly imagine, and also loads of things that you wouldn't imagine would be on a breakfast buffet. There's every kind of fruit, every kind of cereal, every kind of milk, every kind of yogurt, just every kind of pastry, and the hot breakfast things, yeah, every single hot breakfast item that you would think would ever exist. And you could just go back as many times as you wanted and say, oh, I'll have some of that, thanks, I'll have some of that, I'll have some of that, I'll have some of that. I think I ate my own weight in food that morning, and I was not even sorry. So that would count as a holiday maybe. But it's like, I don't have a lot of cash, and every time I save up something, because I do have a job, I work, every time I save up for something, like buy a couple of quid here and there a month, I'll end up spending the money on something like a new carpet or a new couch, and I'd much rather get something like that than go on a holiday that's going to be over in a week. Because I recently spent my savings on a new washing machine, which was a bit of a downer, that my old one broke, but my old one was fairly old, so it was at the end of its washing machine life cycle, and I am glad now I've got my new machine, especially now all the packing bolts are finally out and it's working alright. Because for those of you that watched one of my other videos when I was talking about that, the people that installed my new washing machine left one of the packing bolts in the back of the machine, pushed the machine back against the wall under my sink. So obviously they told me it was fine to use, so when I turned it on I didn't know there was a packing bolt stuck in the back, and the noise it made was horrendous. But I have got that sorted out now, and I did complain and I did get a refund for the fitting, because I emailed them and I said, guys, I don't want to be one to complain, but if your team can't even take the packing bolts out of the back, then I want the installation fee back. Oh, and they didn't even steady the feet either, so it was all wobbly. But yeah, all's well that ends well. It's all fixed now. But guys, there it is, Starr Gate, and beyond that the pleasure beach. So once I get past the tram depot, we'll be officially in Blackpool. Then I can go to Morrison's and get my shopping. Then I can go home and have some dinner and edit all my videos. So for now I am going to finish this one. So once again, thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, maybe even drop me a comment and say hi, and I will see you very soon in the next vlog. Goodbye.